Okay, we talked about the panels, the trench panels. Now I'd like to continue on about how we hook the trench panels together. Typically with the standard American type trench safety equipment, we use what we call spreader pipe. And that is just a structural grade steel pipe that we use to put the panels together. Kundel Industries Titan has a variety of sizes from 3-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch, and 10-inch. It's from Schedule 40 on up to Schedule 120, depending on where the need is. Typically, it's just a straight pipe you put into the panel, or put over the sockets on the panel that we previously talked about, and put your pin in. Along with that, we do have a pin that drives in with a hammer. Here's the example. You just put the pin in and you drive it down with a hammer, and it doesn't come undone, and you lose your keeper, and all of a sudden your pin's falling out and your box is coming apart. Also we have again is the spreader adjuster. It's just another pipe that slides telescopic, that slides into your existing spreader, and it goes out in 6-inch increments, and you just pin it. Now also we have that fits into a existing spreader is what we call a racking adapter. This that we're looking at here is for the standard 8-inch spreaders. The socket of the adapter fits into your regular spreader and pins in. And then your socket on your panel fits in here. And you pop your pin in, your horizontal pin. And then you're able to rack your box. So you can drive one corner down, another corner down, dig inside, drive another corner down, and drive a corner down, and dig inside. Then also we have, in lieu of using spreaders, we also have what we call a square connector. So now you can connect boxes together square. And, it has a good advantage. It's a simple system. It's just box panels. You connect them together square, you lift the unit up and set it in the dip. Except, we have one minute, we have a drawback, a little bit of drawback when you do that. Now when you got a box hooked together square, you can see this. Let's pretend this is a trench box, larger, but it's small, okay? And we have our square connectors in. We got all 4 sides connected together square. Well, it's a nice economical way to get a pit in the ground with the existing equipment you have. But one of the issues you get into, if you need to drive the box down, that you could get into an issue. If you can dig a hole and just lift the box up and set it down the hole where you're fine. This is the best way to go, most economical. But now you can't the ground's unstable and you can't get dug down to grade. So let's say if you did set this in the hole, maybe, let's say 8 feet, let's say 5 feet deep, and you had to drive it on down the ground, the other 3 feet to get your 8 feet, you can picture this. If you drive one corner, the whole box wants to rotate. So it's not a good system to when you have to dig inside and drive the box down. It's just not a good system for that. So in lieu of that, we're going to show you in a little bit, we're going to show you a I-beam spreader we have. So in lieu of that, use an I-beam spreader, you're able to drive each side of the wall down as you need it, each corner, and then the steel plates, or T1 trench plate, goes up against the I-beam spreaders. Then you can drive them down separately. We'll show you that in a little bit. But now let's back on up and to show you now in a trenching application, typically you got exposed ends, front and back. And they can be dangerous if you get a clump that falls close to the end, falls off to the side, that a man can get hurt, especially on some of the safety trench boxes, that they put the stacking plates, bars, whatever you want to call them with theirs, outside the box. So now the worker down in the ditch has to stick his head out and drop these pins in on the outside of the box. Well, really you don't want to be sticking your head outside, and you really want protected when you're inside the box for anything rolling into the box or coming around the corner, bouncing and hitting it, especially rocks. So we developed what we call drop-ons. So literally this drop-on just drops on the spreader that you have in the box. You can drop it on the front and you can drop it on the back. We have a series of these that are available that are similar to this. We also have them available in our T1 trench plate. Okay, to continue, I told you I was going to talk to you about our I-beam spreader, or our box beam spreader. You use it in lieu of a spreader when you want to brace the ends of a trench box that are wider than normal. They say if you want to put a 20-foot by 20-foot pit together and you need that racking ability to get down, well, you use these 20-foot box beam spreaders in lieu of the sidewall. Now you're able to rack the box down as you dig inside of it. You put your steel plates up against the I-beam spreaders, and as you can see the way it's constructed, really thick, heavy steel. It's like taking a trench box and concentrating all the metal into a narrower area. So actually this is as strong as a trench box is, but the trench box is just kind of spread out over more of an open area. The beam is boxed. The web lays horizontal here across. Then this is your flange and this is your flange. And then coming across the top and the bottom, we box it in solidly. So there's minimum deflection, solidly made. And then we also put on them lifting lugs. So you can lift it up as you put the unit together. So now the neat thing is explained before, now you got that good racking ability to drive one corner down, drive the other corner down, and then you put your road plates or trench plates up in front of it, and then you can drive those down. So you literally can drive a nice big pit in the ground relatively easy with your excavator. It comes in a variety of lengths from 16 foot in increments on up to 30 foot. We can just kind of make anything that you want. It kind of takes us into another area also where we manufacture whaler systems. Really the professional way to put your box together. And once you got it together, it stays together and it protects your investment. Obviously, trench safety equipment is if you take care of it. If you take care of your trench safety equipment, the Titan line especially, it'll take care of you.